Hello, everybody. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Mr. Otterson, how are you, sir? A little bit of jazz today. Now, I've been working real hard on book number 2. It's probably going to be about 200, 250 pages. All right, now, my whole primary source of teaching is the stick control book. So here's one of the formulas. I'm going to give you a few different formulas, vaguely, just, touch on them a little bit. The first formula that I'm going to give you is we're going to make right become something again, and L become something. Now, for one surface, this is a great hand exercise to work on a drum pad or the drum set or the snare drum, whatever floats your boat or whatever you can work on. What I do is take the right and make it 3 rights. So that's a triplet. Then the left, 3 lefts. That's a triplet. So each sticking pattern becomes, for example, if I did the first right, left, I'd have this. 1 and 2 and 4 and if I did the whole line 1, hold on a second, guys. If I did the whole line, that would be actually a 4-measure interval. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. That would be the first line. Do you understand that concept or that interpretation or approach to the stick control book? 1, 2. Do we understand that, gentlemen? If I did line 3, for example, okay, that would be 2 rights and 2 lefts. Just the first segment, right, left, would be this. Now, what you want to do, if you're practicing on a drum set, or if you're practicing on the pad, use your feet, your pedals. Who's this? James. This is your first time here, right? Okay, so we have say that you're practicing this particular lesson on the drum set. You want to get used to hitting that 4 on the floor. Can you see that pedal? 1, 2, 3, 4. And my hi-hat, I'm going to use heel and toe. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 against that pattern. Let's do line 1. Good hand exercise. You can do all 72 exercises. Or, if you don't have time, do at least the left-hand side of the page. All right, that's for a one-surface exercise. It's a half of, it's a good exercise for your hands. Hold on a second. Stuff drives me crazy. Hold it. All right. Get up there. Okay. Hey, Jim, how you doing? 1 o'clock's the lesson. You guys are late. Okay, there's two Jimmys here, two James. I'm going to call one Jimmy and one James. James, there's my email. If you want to get on the mailing list, email me and I'll put you on the list. Okay, so now you have the one surface exercise. Do we understand that? You're on what, Greek time? Okay. All right, so that's, like I said, one surface. 1, 2. And you want to get the bass drum and the hi-hat going on. Good exercise. Now we do the substitution. All right, so what we do, instead of using the right hand, we're going to use the bass drum. So the first line then, with that, R becomes the bass drum, L still remains the snare. You're going to have 1, 2. Okay, the next move. Okay, do we understand that so far? I don't want to sit here and do 72 lines and bore you. If you understand the concept, it's up to you to get it going on. Okay? So just work on it and work on it and work on it, but do it slow. The real important thing here is to blend in all the voices. Make sure they sound very musical. That right hand should be hitting like this. Free stroke down, a free stroke down. That right hand is important. That's your time. Hey, Robert and Mr. Otterson, I believe the last lesson we did was the alternating triplet between the bass drum and the snare, and I wrote it out for you. Right. Did we do that? Now what I'm doing is just giving you a taste. This is all in the workbook number 2. 25, 30 lines of each exercise. Hey, Ed. We did that. You have any questions on that? I gave you the chart. Did we do that one? Did I write it out for you guys? Anyway, all right, I think I did send it to you guys. Maybe 5 or 6 lines. You see, he asked me to write it out for you. Is that the one I wrote out? Was that the one you were working on? You got it, Robert? Ed, did you get that PDF? This one here. You're playing the triplet between the bass drum. You're using the formula. No, well, you got the triplet fill-in. We'll work on that in a second. What I gave everybody was a one surface exercise where right became a right-hand triplet, alternating triplet. L became left, right, left. So if I did line, say 3 with that concept, 2 right-hand triplets, 2 left-hand triplets, it would be this one. Did I give you that one? Mr. Otterson, Jim, Robert, Ed, do we have that one? You got the triplet fill-ins, the PDFs. You don't have that, huh? All right, let's go to the triplet fill-ins. Everybody have the triplet fill-ins? All I've been doing all weekend is writing on that computer. My eyes and my head are killing me. The other day, what was it? Thursday or Friday? Thursday morning or Saturday or Wednesday morning? All right. Let's do the fill-ins, all right, from the stick control book. Let me see, I have the syncopation book here. Yeah, all right. The fill-ins, we talked about the interpretation of the stick control book of, straight up and down. I have to go over this only because some understand, some don't, and some are not certain. Okay, so if I'm making the R equal right, left, right, no, the fill-ins rather. I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and is what's visible to you. You see that. Now you're going to interpret the line. Instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you're going to swing the line. 1 and 2. Okay? Line 3 would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're swinging the line. So you're going to interpret the line now. Line 1 swung. But you're going to eliminate all the lefts. So you're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's what's being played. Now, to fill in the balance of the triplet, we're not going to make this a linear time. We're going to play the bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, the hi-hat, heel and toe, 2 and 4. And we're going to interpret the line, just the rights, but we're going to fill in the blanks with the triplets. Almost like ghost notes. That's the first one. The second one now, the right hand shifts over to the da of the triplet. We don't play the rights. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we fill in the balance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 1. Do we understand that? All right, well, I'm going to check after the lesson there, Mr. Otterson. This is stuff that's in book number 2, the workbook. You're going to have like 20, 25 different patterns of each formula, okay? Now, that's just the one surface. That's line 1. Line 3. Okay, line 5. I'm just playing one surface. Sometimes I'm making my right hand hit the floor tom-tom. Line 6. Boy, my left hand is struggling today. Mercy. I have to get an MRI the 23rd, I believe. Hey, bunga bunga. I really hope they could fix it. It's just that my pinky's so numb. and I'm losing my grip, my strength. Okay, so you understand how you do line 1, line 2, 3. Do we understand that? Line 5. Do we understand it so far? Because I want to take that against the jazz pattern. Igadabanga. Do we understand the concept so far? I got one more to do. You'll like this one. We're playing that against the, or two more to do rather. We're playing now against the jazz time. Line 1, bass drum becomes, all the R's become the bass drum, then the snare drum. That's line 1. Line 2. Line 3. I just did 3 or 4 lines there. Would you like me to slow any of that down for you, gentlemen? And break it down somewhat? Or do you understand it? I have no problem trying to break it down. Talk to me, gentlemen. I play it too fast, I can break it down for you. It's sort of like a review the first couple minutes here, the first 15 minutes. I want to get out to something new. What is this? Well, I call it, I renamed it. It's a triplet fill-ins, okay? You're okay with everything, okay, Jim? It's the triplet fill-ins. When you're doing one surface, for example, all right, let me go over this. Line 1 has the triplet fill-in. You're going like this. You're playing all the rights as accents, but you're filling in the balance of the triplet with the left hand because you're interpreting the line. You got it. Using the substitution, you're playing against the time. Okay, I know you guys don't have the file on this guy. And this is what I got. I think I gave it to you, somebody about 2 years ago, I think. I'm not certain. Anyway, the and does of the triplet. If I was playing just the and does with the left hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and okay? I'm going to take that as a formula. R becomes and of the triplet. L becomes and of the triplet. So if I have the first sequence, right, left, here's the right. 1 and left, 2 and right, 3 and 4 and So the first line would be like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we understand that? There's no file, I believe, on this guy. Okay? I'm just giving you some trailer, I guess you could call it, of book 2. We're going to play the jazz pattern. We're going to play line 1 with that concept. Do we understand that? Left hand, please. Do we understand that and of the triplet? Line one, one and the, 2, 3, 4. Line 3 with the triplet. 1 and the, 2 and the. I'm sorry, let me do it again. 1 and the, 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. 1, 2, 3, 4. Against the jazz time. Line 3. Do we understand it, gentlemen? Yeah, well, my left hand ain't working today, Jim. Sorry. I have one more thing to do. If you don't, you understand. Okay, Mr. Otterson. Good. How about the rest of you guys? How about the new guy, James? See, the beauty of Stick Control book, here's what I think is the greatest thing, is his organization of the sticking patterns. How he develops the right side and the left side of the brain. Now he strengthens the right and strengthens the left equally. That's the objective, to play clean, to have equal strength, to play open-handed or ambidextrous, so to speak, okay? Now, I have one more formula that I'd like to go over. You could write, I don't have a file on this one yet. Okay. We're going to make R equal the first and third notes of the triplet. 1 and the. The L would be 2 and the. So if I did line 1 with that concept, 1 and the, 2 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the, 1 and the, 3 and the, 4 and the. I went to line 3. Which that you are? You understand it. Line 3 would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Against the time. Line 1. Line 2. Line 3. Well, Ed's a seasoned player, man. Ed's a teacher. Just like everybody else in here, but we're teachers at different degrees. Somebody said to you, I want to take drum lessons. You show them how to hold a stick. You're a teacher. We understand that concept. Yes or no? I'm going to hit on a little 5/4. Okay, we all understand it. Now tonight I'm going to hang out with a little 5/4. We all know what 5/4 is, guys. Ed, stay out of this one. Guys, give me the definition of 5/4. If somebody came up to you, Jim, or James, or Robert, or Mr. Otterson, and asked you a question, what does 5/4 mean? What would your definition be? Remember what the top number indicates, the number of beats per measure, and the bottom number indicates the kind of notes that receive a count or a beat. So write the definition out, guys. Throw it at me. Man, my left hand is agonizing me today. Oh. Five beats to a measure. And each quarter note gets what? There's 5 beats to a measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each quarter note receives the counter or the beat. So if I put the quarter note here, there's a metronome. My bass drum will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 beats to the measure, and the quarter note gets the pulse. Okay? Now if I played 1 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and I'm still in 5/4 and I'm playing eighth notes now. Remember, no matter where you go in this world, okay, 2 eighths equal a quarter. So here's 1 quarter, 1 and 2 quarters, 2 and 3 quarters, 3 and 4 quarters, 4 and 5 quarters, 5 and. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Triplets. 4 and 5, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5. 3, 4, 5, 16ths. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 4, 5. 5 beats to a measure. And it could be 32nd notes, 16ths, triplets, rest. There's only 5 beats to a measure, and the quarter note, it's telling you the quarter note receives the counter of the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. To have a little fun with that, if I played my left hand straight eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and made that hi-hat on 1 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 2, 3, here we go, 5, 1. I'm playing in 5/4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 1, 2, 3. Now you can have a little bit of fun, make up your own no-brainer kind of vamp. Right-hand melody. You play constantly 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and randomly play your right hand. Got that? There's more. You can have. There's only 5 quarter notes. That's the pulse. But you could have 10 eighth notes, 15 eighth note triplets, 15 eighth notes in triplet formation. You could have 20 16th notes or combinations of that. As long as within the measure you add up 1/8 plus 2/4 plus 2/16 plus 4/16 plus 2/8. And if you add all that up and it comes, the fraction will come to, if you reduce it, to 5/4. If it don't, you're not writing music correctly. And another thing I'm going to touch on again tonight are the turnarounds on one surface. Maybe give you a little taste of the drum set application. How's that sound, guys? Oh, I just hope my left hand becomes better tonight. I can't hold a drumstick. It's just like I have to get that MRI and some treatment in that pinky. I have absolutely no feeling in this guy. It's something that is scary. Any questions on anything that we've done today? It's kind of hard for me to be sending out some PDFs today. I will put something together for you for the rest of the week. But for the rest of the week, we're going to have our lessons on YouTube. There's some issues I have to take care of again on my website. It was supposed to be done by today, but it's not. So just to play it safe for everybody to get a lesson, we'll stay on YouTube for the remainder of the week. Okay, guys? I did send out an email early this morning. No questions, right, Robert? Good. Robert, how long have you been playing? You seem to come in here and everything I know you understand. Maybe I got to get a little bit abstract with you. Same thing with you, Ed, and Mr. Otterson. Now, the two James and one Jim. Understand it, but, you know, to actually sit down and play it takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. Practicing, man, is something that you have to do at your own speed and your own ability. The slower you practice something, let's get it straightened out. The slower you practice something, the more the more control you're going to obtain. You've been playing 2 years. What kind of music you play, Robert? And how often do you practice every day? 5 hours, 6 hours? I'm waiting for Joe to give me a call, and he said he will. He wants to plan like a discussion-only kind of lesson. We'll do that other than the lessons on 1 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I'll set something up with him, and we'll just come in here, ask questions, we'll have a discussion, and see what happens. We'll call it Drum Discussion Day. Okay? You play rock, huh? You got the workbook number 2. You having any problems with that? I mean, workbook number 1. Robert, are you having any problems understanding that? That's good, man. Are you having any problems understanding workbook number 1? Because that's all ostinato patterns used with rock straight up and down. Anybody else having any problems with workbook number 1? What is this? That's really nice there, Mr. Otterson, 4 hours a day. I used to practice 6, 7 hours a day, plus teach, plus write. And for some reason, my left hand is going off the wall. It's not any kind of tendonitis nor carpal tunnel. It's from a childhood injury starting to act up again. So I hope they can take care of it. I'm really hoping. Okay, no problems, no questions.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Otterson, that's a really good thing. If you want me to get into some more pad work, I will. You know, from the Morello book, the Stone Killers, how to develop his accents, accenting exercises. They're all going to be in book number 2. You're having no problems, Robert, with uh, the workbook number 1. Anybody having problems with workbook number 1? Anybody? And if you are, where? And let me know. And let me know where, and I will help. Okay. No questions, no responses. What's this? Well, we all do, I guess. I love all kinds of music except rap. Sometimes I take rap and try to figure out what the drum machine is playing, but that's okay. It's fun, I guess. It's still a form. If somebody said to me, "Hey, I want you to play with me, and I'll play you 5,000 a week to play the rap," well, you know what? I just like rap now. No, I'm only kidding. I wouldn't do that. It's not what I do. Okay, we'll see everybody this evening, 7 p.m. Master Studies is where you gotta go. Okay? Master Studies will develop your hand. All Master Studies is an extension of Stick Control book. If you go to George Lawrence Stone's Accents and Rebounds, it's on the same premise as Master Studies 1 and Master Studies 2. But it's Master Studies 2, 1 rather, I like better because as soon as that book came out, I put Accents and Rebounds down. And I work mostly out of Joe Morello's book. Occasionally I'll hit up on Accents and Rebounds. All right, gentlemen, if that's the case, I'm closing up. I'll see everybody this evening at 7 p.m. Please, try to be there. Have a good rest of the day. Practice. And if you have any requests for this evening or tomorrow's lesson, hit me up with an email. Tell me what you'd like to hear and work on. It's not that I'm running out of things to teach. I want to take a subject and really take it apart. Okay? So please, send me an email. Tell me what you request or if you're having problems. It'll be between us. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a good attitude to be humble. I have problems with everything. Especially now with my left hand being the way it is. It's really terrible. All right, gentlemen.